And yesterday I was having a conversation with a gentleman who called in and said, "Oh, he's not going to take the vaccine." And then when I asked him his reason, he said, "Because I don't trust all these free things." And I forgot to mention yesterday, well, nothing is free. The reason you can access the vaccines free of charge is because the government has already paid for it. The government, in collaboration with COVAX, which is a joint initiative chaired by Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, as well as the African Union, as well as donations from Western countries. The Western countries bought their own, and then they bought surplus, and then the surplus is what they're now sharing out to everybody else. So it's not free. Even in Freetown, nothing is free. Whatever you're getting free, somebody has paid for it. That's why you're able to buy cheap fuel and cheap light and cheap anything else that you're buying, because somebody has paid for most of it. So just remember, if anything at all that you get for free, somebody paid for it. All right. Hard Facts is your vaccine against fake news. I have a great show for you, starting with the big three. Let's talk about the rising price of cooking gas. Then let's talk about police retirees storming the National Assembly over their pensions. And then let's talk about Rotimi Akeredolu clapping back at Nasser El-Rufai over open grazing. After that, we'll bring you League of Extraordinary Nigerians, and then we'll bring you Eyewitness. Then, on the big hard fact, we will talk about the cost of tertiary education, something else that is almost free. Recently saw Uniben students protesting against the price hike, but the experts say that there's a big gap between what a quality education costs and how much Nigerians are able to pay for it. How do we bridge that gap? I know this is an issue that so many of you think about every day, either as students or as the parents and guardians of students. And I'd like to talk about policy issues that you care about. And I want to believe that that's why you listen, because 1 million Lagosians cannot be wrong. Expect news, business, and sports at the top of the hour every hour. But let's get started with today's Big Three. Lagos, I'm Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts.
This is the Big Three.
The Big Three on Hard Facts
On 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Why is the price of cooking gas rising? I'm hoping that Chris from Kokomaiko will give us a call and talk to us today, because he deals in that business. Why does the public sector have a pensions problem? Are Akeredolu's criticisms of El-Rufai's statement valid? Those are your big three. Lagos, let's talk. Our first story is about the price of gas. How much was a 12.5 kg canister the last time you bought? Seriously, how much was it the last time you bought? Women, call us on 01465-7190. Men, call us on 0700-993-993-993. I'm hearing reports of 6,500 and 7,000. Chineke God. I even just found out that I've been buying expensive since 2018. Because since 2018, I've been buying 12.5 kg for 5,000. I didn't realize my gas man was cheating me. I'm going to go and box him after this show. But yeah, lots of people said they were buying 3.5 and then it went up to 5,000, 4.5, then it went up to 5,000. Some people are saying they're buying 6.5, others are saying they're buying 7,000. So let's talk about why the price is going up. Here are some hard facts. Nigeria consumes about 1.2 million metric tons a year, and LNG produces 450,000 metric tons a year. So that's about 37.5% of demand. The rest of the gas, we import. And of course, if you import, you pay in dollars. And if the Naira is failing against the dollar, if it's falling against the dollar, Aboki FX or no Aboki FX, it means that you have to increase your Naira prices. So the marketers are blaming LNG and the investors in gas production. They say that LNG has not invested enough in providing the supply, and that's why marketers are forced to import. But LNG is hitting back. NLNG claims the marketers are not even able to collect the entire 450,000 metric tons that NLNG produces. NLNG claims that it's because the marketers have not built the infrastructure for collection and distribution. So there's a bit of blame game going on there. But what we know, last, is that we dey buy gas cost. Who do you agree with more? Do you agree with the NLNG or do you agree with the marketers themselves? Mazi Sunday is in his sharing. Mazi Sunday, good to have you on the show.
Good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon. Good to have you on the show.
All right.
Have you bought Guggen cask recently?
Oh, yes. I bought one 2 days ago.
Okay. How much do you buy?
Sandra, I couldn't believe my eyes. 7,800 naira.
7,800.
7,800.
For what size? For what size?
For 12.5 kg.
Where? KB Gotea?
Nisheri.
Hey. 7,500. 7,800. That's almost 8,000 naira for 12.8. El-Rufai, why?
And the reason I know that every scenario in Nigeria on a daily basis.
Mazi Sunday says he asked them why, and they said, well, everything is expensive in Nigeria. So it's leaning closer and closer to what the marketers are saying. But the NLNG themselves say that marketers have not even finished collecting the 450,000 liters, 450,000 metric tons that we have available here. Why then are they talking about importation? 99.3, hello.
Hey, President Sandra, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good to have you on the show.
I miss you yesterday. Network no help matters at all.
Oh, sorry. Who am I speaking with?
This is Chris and I'm one name okay.
Chris, welcome. Have you bought gas recently?
But I don't pack my own since. When the thing was 3,000 something, although because of my kids, no, I pack it. I had to buy stuff for them.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But the kerosene, why it's not helping matters.
How much is kerosene now?
4 liters for 1,008.
4 liters?
Yes.
For 1.8. How much was it before?
Last month I was buying it 1.5, 1.6. But last week it's 1.8 now.
So not
only kerosene, everything, my sister. Go to my place now. That's where they call Benekuku. There's this gas plant there. They just burning the thing away. Is there no way they can do that thing so we make use of it? Now LNG is saying the marketers they not collect. The marketer is still giving us. You know what they are doing now?
What?
You go, they sell like 2 liters for you. You know, most of these gas plants around now. You carry your cylinder. Go. How much do you want? The other day I want to do something. You know, I need a bigger gas.
Oh, you can buy sachets now. You can buy small.
I'm telling you.
Wonderful. Chris, thanks for calling. Victoria is in Sherry as well. Hello, Victoria.
Hello, good afternoon.
Thanks for calling us. Have you bought cooking gas recently?
Yes.
How much did you buy?
7,300.
Chineke, Lord of Africa. Why did they sell 7.3? Did you ask?
I asked now. They say the cost of everything has gone up. So they will not stay behind.
So are you still using gas to cook beans?
Yes.
At 7.3,
yes.
are you using it to cook beans?
Yes, so
hey, God.
what else will I use? I can't use fire. I'm too old to be using firewood. Life must go on.
Hi, Chinmo. Victoria, thanks for calling. So what I did in my house, I bought a pressure cooker so that when I have to cook beans, which is rarely, when I have to cook beans, at least to cook fast, so that the gas will not cook finish now when you're cooking beans. 99.3, hello. Sorry about that. Call back if you can. Women, call us on 01465-7190. Men, call us on 0700-993-993. Hello.
Hello, Sandra. This is Joy.
Hi, Joy. Good to have you on the show.
Yes. Sandra, you promised to talk about the cost of food items in the market, like generally what are food items like in the market. But I'm still expecting that from you.
Yeah, we'll talk about
talking about that. So we can tell you how it is biting. It's biting really hard, Sandra. We don't even know how at the end of the year is going to be like. Today, as of today in my area, that's at Bilegba, 7,000 is 12.5 kg.
7,000
Yes, 7,000 naira. Is for 12.5 kg. Now, you can expect for those who stay in the highbrow areas, those ones too, their own might be even higher than we that are staying, in this part of Lagos. So you see, Sandra, things are really, really expensive.
Are you still cooking beans?
Sorry?
Are you still cooking beans with your gas?
Beans. I have pressure pots. That's I had to get a pressure pot.
Good.
No, but even at that, Sandra, even at that when you get pressure pot, now, but you guys, you still eat it now at the end of the day. So the beans itself is expensive.
It is.
Using to cook the beans.
It is. I tried to buy Derica of beans the other day and I was shouting in the market.
600.
Huh.
We started from 400. We were complaining. 400 is too much. 450, 500, 550, like that, 600. So we really don't know what the government is actually doing. Because if the poor masses can't feed themselves, let's leave luxury. We don't want luxury life. Let us just feed.
You just want shop.
You want to eat. You're not talking, okay, now you want us to nutrition, this one, that one. You can't even buy fruit. In fact, fruits are for those who are rich now. If apple is 100 naira, the small ones I would do buy 50 naira before. Now it's 100, tiny things, 100 naira. You want to buy good apple, 200. So, Sandra,
how we for you?
We're too good.
We're too good. Joy, thank you very much for calling. Ezekiel is next. Hello, Ezekiel. Hello, Ezekiel. What's your name? Have you seen that video on TikTok? I think it's on Instagram as well. You know how the rest of it goes. 99.3. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for calling. So, who be this way call me my full name?
I'm calling from Surulere.
It's only Chinoe that will call me my full name. Chinoe, my namesake. How far?
Yeah, I'm fine. No.
Long time no here.
You know that it's tomorrow. I was even planning to go and get gas cooker tomorrow.
If you go near now.
But what I'm hearing now is even scaring me the more.
Please don't be scared. Just go and buy it.
Honestly. Because I use charcoal pot and cook beans.
Okay.
So I was trying to go and get this thing tomorrow, thinking that it will be even cheaper for me. So what I'm hearing now is even scary.
Oh, please don't be scared. Go and buy your gas, JJ. Go and buy JJ and cook your food, JJ. 99.3, hello.
I'm so lucky. Good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon. Good to have you on the show.
Yeah, I'm proud for our sister that are making us proud. No matter how they are said it, you see how people that are making us proud.
Okay.
So, I have tried to get you. Today is my lucky day. Since ever I've been hearing your voice.
Oh, I'm glad you got us today. What's your name, sir?
My name is George, calling from Awi area.
Welcome, George. When was the last time you bought cooking gas, George?
Nah, this Nigeria world, make we just talk another thing.
What do you want to talk about now? You want to talk about Big Brother?
Which Big Brother again? See what you first tell us now about Sunday Igboho. You know, this gas of thing, they are telling us about, they're telling us that it's the dollar. It's because of the gas costing.
Because they import them.
Yes. So for we are here, they're selling it 7.5.
Okay.
I'm lucky that I bought it 6.5 last week. So look at what we are, instead of talking about the Nigeria issue, they're talking the one that is not the Nigeria issue. Is it how I'm going to live for this country?
Good question, George. Thank you very much for calling us. All right, let's move to our second story, where retired police officers went to the National Assembly to protest against the pensions system. The retirees were at the National Assembly on Tuesday to demand that they be removed from the Contributory Pensions Scheme, or CPS. Yeah, you heard me. The ex-police say that they want to be removed from CPS, that the scheme works against them. We heard from Christopher F. Young. He's the Cross River State Chairman of the Nigeria Police Retirees under CPS. And according to him, after 35 years of service, a police inspector gets a, quote, paltry sum of 785,284 naira and takes 22,000 naira as monthly pension, while an ASP retiree is currently paid 16,000 naira monthly, end quote. How this person one day buy gas? So the position of these police retirees is that after 4 decades of service, an officer should be getting something more than that. And we've heard the same complaint from other public service retirees. They feel that the upfront gratuity payment is too small to do anything meaningful, like invest in a business, and that the monthly payments are simply not enough to survive on. So police retirees want out. They want to receive their entire pension entitlement as a single debarment payment. And they want to be removed from the contributory pension scheme. And I saw that story and I said to myself, girl, is the public pension system broken? If it is broken, how can we fix it? Next Monday, that's our big hard fact topic. Monday at 5 p.m. Because like I said, it's not just the police complaining. Lots of retirees tell you how the payments are too low. I remember when we talked about this on Hard Facts, I think it was last year or 2 years ago, we made it a series and pensioners were calling me all the time and they had so many sad tales to tell. And even those low payments are often years late. We saw protests in Ogun State this week, for instance, and Rivers State earlier in the month. That's why on Monday, I want us to look at the root causes of all these pensions problems and talk about potential solutions. I'll also want to hear your stories. I know that a lot of you retirees are listening to me and you have your struggles with the system. So please, let me know. Or maybe you're a child of a retiree and you know the struggle. I want to hear your story. Part of the problem, of course, is that the Naira's depreciation rate is very high. I mean, think about it. 35 years ago was 1986. 1986, yeah. If in 1986 a police officer was told that his pension would be 800,000 naira upfront and 22,000 naira a month, hey, he would have jumped over the moon. Of course, back in 1986, the naira to dollar rate was still better than 10 to 1. So I'm guessing that you can see part of the problem. Pension funds are simply not keeping up with inflation and naira depreciation. Can they even do that? Because that's the question. Can they? Over the years, the CBN has limited the things that pension funds can invest in, can put their money into. So it's getting harder and harder to yield returns. Can this situation continue? Or will something very different have to happen to save the pension system? What do you think? 0700-993-993-993. How can the pensions crisis be resolved? Should public servants be allowed to exit the scheme, or should the regulators relax the rules on what pension funds can invest in so that they can help them outpace the Naira's fall? Do you have a pension story that you want to share with me? You can share it with me after the break that is coming up. You're listening to the Big Three on Hard Facts. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. It's 3:26 at the moment. We're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. Nigeria Info FM on YouTube. Facebook is Nigeria Info 99.3. We've got WhatsApp where you can share your thoughts as well. WhatsApp is 080 959 75805. 080-959-75805. If you're a woman, call us on 01-465-7190.
Young, businesslike, and hungry for success? Then paying attention for the next 30 seconds could be the best thing you do this year. And go. Share for You, Asia's leading copy trading platform, presents Learn to Earn seminars where you learn how to use our fintech platform and start an online business, growing a daily income on global markets. Join our expert, Michael Akinagbe, in Ikeja on either Thursday 23rd or Friday 24th September. Registration's free when you WhatsApp the word LA1 to 01-700 4340. Seats are limited. Register today and learn to earn with Share for You. That's SHARE for YOU. Share for You. And 30.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
99.3, hello.
Hello, my sister. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thanks for calling us.
I'm a first-time caller.
Oh, good to have you on the show today.
Please, God bless you. God bless you. I am a retired officer. My name is Mr. Effiong from Akeredolu.
Welcome, Mr. Effiong.
In fact, exactly what people are doing, we are just dying. These people are just making us to die younger than our age. I retired as a DSP.
Okay. Hello?
What I am receiving now, just to make the matter short, what I'm receiving monthly payment is 40,000 naira, 3-star as a DSP. We have been fighting on this thing. These people refuse to accept to help us out of this problem. With the entire family, 6 children with wife in the university and a secondary school, we cannot be able to even feed ourselves as we tired. It is a shameful thing. Please, thank you very much. I just pray if people can spread this further and let everybody continue to hear.
All right.
God bless you.
Bless you as well, Mr. F. Young. Thank you so much for calling us. A wife and 6 children on 40,000 naira as a retiree. Goodness gracious. Let's talk to Gabriel. Hello, Gabriel. Thank you very much for calling us.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Gabriel.
Yeah, I think in Ikoyi here now the 12 kgs is 7,000.
Wow.
Where I live near Basajo Farm, there is about 7,200.
Okay.
When I go home on Tuesday.
Okay.
And that's the current price now.
Okay.
About the pension, my father is a pensioner, 35 years also. He also spent 35 years.
Okay.
It's in the village. Now you retire, we just go back village after 20 years.
Okay.
I think there is about 3,000. When we talk now, it's about 3,800. 3,000. Or you retire at the level 4. I think it's about level 4. It was level 4, level 5. Or in 35 years in government work. It's about 3,800. That's what the man receives every month.
3,800.
3,800. No,
as in 3 and 8.
3,800. He spent complete 35 years in federal secretariat, Ikoyi here. 35 years serving government. No, the other time we are discussing something. What the parents with the new schools to plan? I don't know. How can that man ever plan for in old age when it will depend on his children? Good afternoon.
Gabriel, thank you very much for calling. Good Lord. 3,008. 3,008 will not even fill up my car. As in, 3,800 is not full tank. And you're supposed to live on that for a month? Let's talk to Richard. Hello, Richard. Thank you very much for calling us. Richard's not there anymore. Call back if you can, Richard. Hello. Sorry about that. 99.3. Hello.
Hello, Sandra.
Thank you for calling.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir?
First time caller from Akeredolu too. I'm also a retiree. I don't want to be animal.
Oh, that's fine. Please put your radio off. Then go ahead.
Okay, let me go away from it.
Okay.
See, the problem is that this is why corruption can never stop in civil service.
Okay.
Just tell me, if somebody will serve his country for 35 years and at the end of the day you receive less than 30,000 naira for 31 days, tell me how much can that one feed a family? Even if you are only 2 persons in the house. Can you imagine that? And the government will continue to tell you they want to fight corruption. How will you fight corruption? When they know that at the end of the day, when they retire, they will not get anything. Tell me how okay, even if you are receiving 30,000 naira per month as the labor we are fighting for, if you receive 30,000 naira for a month, how much are you going to that will take care of your family after retirement? Can that one even can you train a child to secondary school, talk less of university? You see, that is why the corruption in the civil service or in the country like Nigeria can never stop. And when you retire, there is nothing you can fall back on unless you are corrupt, unless you soil your hand in one thing or the other. Otherwise, you can't retire with even a bicycle. Because Bajaj now is about let me say it's about 30-something thousand or so. I can't remember. 280,000 or just close to 300,000. How much can that one feed? You understand me now?
I understand.
So that is why we need to be. You need to help us spread the gospel. Let everybody hear why there is corruption so much in the society today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Anonymous, for calling us for the first time. Chinwike from Shogunle says, this time now, nobody go fit control Nigerians from not contributing to the climate change. Now we go contribute to climate change this time with charcoal and firewood. The world better come to our rescue before Nigerians destroy the world's the whole continent. Chinwike, thank you for your message. Sandra, a huge problem with pension is inflation. With double-digit inflation, any pension will be useless in 6 to 8 years maximum. Exiting the scheme won't help the officers. People whose take-home pay isn't enough. What amount will pay them as pension? It's also becoming clearer that we may need to have people working until they're 65. But in a country with life expectancy at 55, we have a problem. Very succinctly put. Thank you so much for that message. You didn't leave your name. I wish you did. We have someone else with a message here on WhatsApp. We also want to be removed from PENCOM. We in construction companies are paid 25% of our contribution and peanut monthly to pay off the balance of 75%. It is unacceptable. Please help us tell the government to review the law governing the pension scheme. The Obasanjo regime created this problem in the name of helping pensioners. This law must be reviewed. All right, thank you very much for your message. You're also asking if the COVID-19 vaccination in Nigeria is not recognized internationally. It is recognized internationally. It's not recognized in some countries, but in other countries it is. And that's just because of discrimination, to be honest, not because the vaccines are not good enough. Because they are the ones that give us the vaccines. So the UK, for instance, give us AstraZeneca, but now they're saying those are vaccinated in Nigeria, may not be allowed into the country as vaccinated. You still have to self-isolate. Even though the Nigerian government has said that the UK has assured them that that's not the case. So we're watching events. We'll see how things unfold. Kamal is in Ogba. Kamal is a first-time caller. Hello, Kamal.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Welcome.
I'm fine.
All right. Go ahead. What do you want to talk about?
Yes, about the pension or something.
Okay. Are you a pensioner?
I'm not. You know what? I'm not a pensioner. You cannot be all the pension. Now.
Can you turn your radio off? Turn your radio off, sir.
Something we call nemesis.
Nemesis.
You understand?
Okay.
These people we are fighting for, they are saying they are pensioners, they are not being treated fine. Some of them, in fact, many of them, when they were in service, they did not feel right. Like the very like going to say you are a policeman. When he was in service, how did you treat people? You know, when you treat people fine, you receive favor from God. But many of them, when they were in service, they were not good people at all. I'm sorry to say that.
But what has favor got to do with the government?
When they were in service, they don't give people fair. That is what I said. You go to police station now, they tell you bail is free, and bail is not free. So let's tell ourselves the truth. You understand? So that is it. So let people not come and say because of pension. How about people that have not worked with public service?
Come out.
Do their private business.
Come out.
And now you people you concentrate only on when they retire. How do they pay for school fees? They are talking of minimum wage and all of that. So you understand? My own point is when they were in service, they have not treated the masses, the public. They have not treated them. So that is it. Even though they don't give them pension, I'm not.
You don't care. Kamal, thank you so much for calling. Now, here's my thing, right? You may have your personal beliefs about karma, but karma has no place in governance. Karma has no place in the obligation that the state has to you after you have carried out your obligations to the state. So whether or not you are a criminal, if you are a criminal who worked and you've gone to jail and you've come back out and you contributed to the pension scheme, the state owes you pension when you are old enough to access pension. And when it's time for you to access pension and the state isn't paying you pension, the rest of us, it's our duty to say to the state, well, why are you not paying this man or this woman who was a criminal, who was a bad civil servant, who was a bad this or bad this? Why are you not paying them their pension? We're not doing it because of your personal beliefs, because the state doesn't run on your personal beliefs. Countries are not run by your personal beliefs. Governance is not about your personal beliefs. It's about what we've come together and decided, well, these are the rules that govern us. This is the ethos that governs us. And as a people, we've decided when a person retires, we're going to pay them so and so. Now, the people who have retired have said, well, what you're paying us is not working out. And the reason it's not working out is because of inflation. What's the solution to that problem? Period. That's it. How can the pensions crisis be resolved? Should public servants be allowed to exit the scheme, or should the regulators relax the rules on what pension funds can invest in so that they can outpace Naira's fall? Because all of this is because Naira is falling. Because again, remember the example I gave about 1986. 800k in 1986 was a lot of money. 22,000 Naira every month was a lot of money. 3.5 every month was a lot of money back in 1986. 99.3, hello.
Hello, Madam Sandra.
Thank you for calling. What's your name?
This is Wichuku calling from Ikorodu.
Good to have you on the show.
Yes, my father is a pensioner.
Okay.
And his monthly pension is 5k. 5k.
Good Lord.
Ordinary 5k, and the money is even for NEPA bill. That's it. And even on the price of gas. Even in my house now, to buy like, let's say 2 kg, to not even get to like 2 weeks, thing would have finished. That is it. So this is our country, Madam Sandra.
You get us, be.
The way the thing is being us, even as I am now, says, do not believe that I just finished my NYC and I've been looking for a job, no job in this country.
You just finished now. Calm down. You never even start, Seth.
I have served now. I started in Enugu.
What did you... No, I said you just finished serving now, so calm down. You never start. What did you study?
I studied education.
Okay, educate. School's plenty now. Go find school where you go teach inside.
I went to one school. They were telling me about this thing, if I am born again or not. I just left the place.
Jesus.
That's what they were telling me.
Yeah, schools are plenty and they're always looking for teachers. I'm sure you'll be able to find a job very soon. And when you do, call me and tell me, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for calling. All right, let's go to WhatsApp. It's sickening and really painful what these retired police officers are saying. My question, does the government not know that it is almost impossible to live on that paltry pension, yet they go around wasting money on frivolity? I weep for this country. Ugo from Okota says, Ugo, thank you very much. I'm sad about this pension topic, Adams says. 3,800 naira, and you want the youth not to invest in Yahoo practices? It's not what you tell them, it's what you show them. If Nigerians treat their old like this, which the youth see clearly, how can you convince them that hard work pays? I'm weeping. Adams, thank you for your message. Beautiful afternoon, Sandra. My father worked with Lagos Work Corporation at Berger as a senior driver, retired collecting less than 10,000 naira per month. What a shame to our rulers. Again, this is not exactly the fault of the rulers, because it's what you contribute into the scheme that you get back at the end of the month. Now, the part that is a shame to the rulers is perhaps not allowing these pensions to be invested in things that could help stabilize them against inflation. But again, that's a conversation we'll have on Monday. So make sure that you're here when we have that conversation. Monday, 5 p.m. Set your reminders. Let's move on to our final story. Yesterday, our third story was Nasser El-Rufai's criticism of states passing anti-open grazing laws. Today, our third story is Rotimi Akeredolu's response. The Ondo State Governor. He has accused his Kaduna counterpart of wanting the instability in the north to spread to the south. He said, quote, for emphasis, any such comment like that of the Kaduna governor, if indeed he made that statement, merely seeks to encourage anarchy under the guise of resentment of a law by affected stakeholders. In other words, it is a cleverly crafted path towards replicating in the south the most despicable situation in the north that Nigerians of goodwill daily pray to overcome. It's a ploy beyond the ordinary. It must, however, be noted that the anti-grazing law, especially in Ondo State, has come to stay. It shall be zealously guarded and conscionably deployed to protect all residents of Ondo State, notwithstanding their ethnic and religious biases. Those who have nothing evil to perpetuate have nothing to fear as regards the law. End quote. Let me remind you that El-Rufai said these laws are unimplementable and that the state governments passing them are just doing it to politicize the open grazing issue. But El-Rufai also acknowledged the herdsmen are taking their cattle to other people's land, destroying their crops and causing violence. He also acknowledged that all 36 governors have agreed that open grazing should end. So the question becomes, if open grazing is wrong and leads to violence, how is banning it politicizing the issue? And now you have Akeredolu saying that it's El-Rufai himself who has a political agenda here. And he says that no matter what, the law is here to stay. And I want to know who you agree more with. Do you agree more with El-Rufai or do you agree more with Akeredolu? You can also share your thoughts with us via WhatsApp 080-959-75805. I'm coming to Facebook in a few minutes. Facebook is Nigeria Info 99.3, YouTube Nigeria Info FM. And yes, you can talk about the 3 stories if you would like. We've told you the price of gas. We've told you about pensioners, police pensioners to be specific. But of course, we're opening the conversation up to all pensioners. And now we just told you about Akeredolu responding to El-Rufai. We've got a first-time caller on the show. His name is Osage. Osage is in Shomolu. Welcome, Osage. Good to have you on the show.
Yeah, good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is first-time caller.
Yes, I'm glad you're here.
About the issue of grants, one entrepreneur once said, I've forgotten his name now, he said that the illiteracy of our time is not the inability to read and write. Rather, the literacy of today is the ability to learn, to unlearn, and to relearn. So I think Nigerians, we need to sit down and look at what we need to unlearn and what we need to relearn. For me, among others, the first and the biggest problem to Nigeria is the central bank.
Okay.
They have not been very fair on Nigerian economy. If I have my way, I will bring Soludo back and help us to offer the way forward. There are so many things we need to learn, to unlearn in the country. There are so many things we need to relearn to be able to move on. We just have to sit back and look at the way things are going. We cannot continue like this.
Okay.
We just cannot continue like this.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Osage, for calling us. 99.3. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for calling. What's your name?
Sandra.
Good to have you on the show, sir. What's your name?
How are you today?
Very well. What's your name, sir?
My name is Prince Wires, calling from Amuwodo.
Welcome, Prince Wires.
Thank you, my dear. You see, the statement of El-Rufai, for me, maybe it will ginger the Southern governor to do the next thing. You know, El-Rufai always talk arrogantly. What he said now, for me, I just thank him. Well, if you wake up our governor to do what is right about the implementation, because it is to make a law. When we're not law, the best thing to do is for you to call all your security men to help you enforce the law. And that's how it's supposed to be. But there's a lot of law being passed in Lagos, in this. At the end of the day, nothing happened. So, even though that question direct to the Lagos State governor, I'll be very happy. But as it is, whether you are in Lagos, you are in Enugu, it affects all of them. So the moment they pass this the bill to become a law, they should try and enforce it. At the end of the day, they will shame El-Rufai. But if they fail to implement the law, to enforce the law, El-Rufai will come around very later days. I think that I told you, I don't want that thing to happen. That's how I'm appealing to the governor. And finally, all the governors, whether the local government chairman, whether the individual, they should start building ranch now. Whether government give Katsina money and other things. Why can't the southern governor go to these people, to the central bank, get the money to build ranch? It's a business. When you build ranch, if I go to a lot, not I bring 20 cows or 10 cows, I put in that place, I will pay tax on each head of cow. So it's a business venture for anybody that start building that ranch now. That's what I will say, Sandra.
Thank you for calling to say it, Prince YS 99.3.
Hello, good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir?
Yeah, Comrade Haruna from Lekki.
Welcome, Comrade Haruna. Go ahead.
Yes. This issue of open grazing, I support Akeredolu.
Okay.
And for El-Rufai, let me tell you, this thing happened to me. Recently, yesterday, my wife went to farm in Bauchi, in Nasarawa.
Okay.
Now she discovered that all our maize farm cow have eaten up everything. Yesterday, she was crying, calling me.
Okay.
Now look at all the money I put in that farm this year. Now look at it; it turned out to be a waste. So this open grazing, in short, those Fulani men, I don't want to even see them grazing around where people are farming. So I support Akeredolu with that.
All right, Comrade Haruna, thank you very much for calling. Janeto Moore on YouTube says, President Sandra, I just filled my 12.5 kg for 6,800 naira last week Thursday. I'm scared that the next time I go, it will be up to 10,000 naira. Janet, let's hope not. Fingers crossed it doesn't get there because I'm on a firewood all of us going to use. Soje Brand says, President Sandra, this tea with time go round until we get sense to face the rulers, not the leaders. Johnson Adebayo says, I'm looking for firewood now. Not sure I can afford the cost of cooking gas again. But that's the thing. If we all start burning firewood and cutting down trees, we're going to have a bigger problem on our hands, right? We're going to have a bigger environmental problem on our hands. Because if environment say, when they disturb my life, and then we now start to have things like earthquakes and very hot temperature and things like that, I swear Nigeria cannot afford a natural disaster. Like, we can't even. I tell God, see what's going to happen when flood happen. You're on your own. So imagine what will happen if we have a bigger disaster. I don't even want to think about it. Let me come to Facebook, where Ayanleye Khan Kazim says the worst part of this CPS is delaying people's pension. While some people get their pension the day they retire, example NPA Nimasa, some have to wait for up to 4 years. Lagos civil servants. Kazim from Ejigbo with that message. Kazim, thank you very much. Okunade Michael says prices of food items before Buhari and now. Sachet tomato 30 naira before Buhari, now it's 100 naira. Mackerel fish per kilogram 800 naira, now it's 1.6. Gari bucket 500, now 1.7. Seasoning 3 cubes 10 naira, now it's 10 naira for 1 cube. Palm oil bottle 600 naira, now it's 1.4. Beans bucket 2,000 naira, now it's 3.5. Sandra, I promise to update the list anytime I go to market to get any new price. Michael, we thank you for your service. Let me come to WhatsApp and see the messages that we have there. WhatsApp, Charles from Oka. Woo, Charles, that's a lot of messages. Good Lord. He says, Sandra, Abek, can you give us tips on how to research hard facts? Perhaps make it a segment on your show or something. Okay, I'll think about it, Charles. Thank you very much for your message. Sandra, both El-Rufai and Akeredolu are both politically grandstanding. Thankfully, they are both from the APC. Akeredolu and El-Rufai should provide measures in place before enforcing the ban. Earmark lands for ranching and allow investors in animal husbandry avail the lands. Let them walk their talk. Chris from Amoa with that message. Chris also says Nigeria is just premised to be a corrupt society. Imagine a retired police DSP getting 40,000 naira monthly, low and irregular pay for police, doctors, secretaries, paramilitary, etc. Just tell me how these people will work without demanding kickbacks. Lord have mercy, Chris says. Chris, thank you very much. We've got Sam in Satellite Town who says, Sandra, I'm in a terrible situation over this gas issue because kerosene is not better, nor if, for instance, your stove is not very good, it's another issue. Please help us tell Pitad to pay our arrears. Life is too hard now. Sandra, somebody was trying to talk about Bajaj, Keke, trying to say something about 300k plus. Is it coming from Finland? Keke is over 800k now. If the man doesn't know, thanks. All right, Sam in Satellite Town. Thank you for your message. President Sandra, I think El-Rufai is taking things personal. The law against open grazing is for the protection of all persons, not only for the southerners. But what is this cattle issue every day? I'm tired of hearing cattle news every week. Uchenna Ikoyi says. Uchenna is in Ikoyi. Uchenna, thank you very much for your message. You know, that's the interesting thing, because the people who are hardest hit by herders are actually living in the north, because it's the farmers in the north that are hardest hit by the herders who go into their farms to go and destroy their crops. So you have the farmers in the north, and then of course the farmers in the southwest, who are the hardest hit. So it's like Uchenna says, this thing protects everyone, and that's why all 36 governors agreed to do it. So the question then is, what exactly does El-Rufai mean when he says it's unimplementable? What does he mean? How is banning of open grazing politicizing the issue? 99.3. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for calling. What's your name?
Yeah, let me stay anonymous.
That's
but let me just say this. With regards to gas, I think we should also consider those who are not earning enough to be able to afford the gas.
Okay.
That's just one problem on one side. You now consider the foods they have to buy to cook. That's on one side. With regards to the pension scheme, it's the monster you made that comes to bite you. Now, when some of these people were in the civil service, what measures, what did they push to make sure things were better? Were they projecting that, okay, yes, if this was going to happen, if I was going to retire from the civil service, what is the projection? Are there no courses governments could put entrepreneurs and these civil servants to make them relent, which was what the other caller said? You don't just, you get old, yes, you want to go back, sit down, yes, but you also want to survive. Are they giving kids on how to survive after serving the country? I think there has to be an holistic view on all this. It's not just we coming, we saying things, but it is the government, the people who are in power, and those who are in civil service now, who need to think ahead to let these people know that things have to be done. We can't be working on projection on just face value, but projections have to be made.
Thank you, Anonymous, for calling. Anonymous does make some valid points. The people who are currently in the system, what are they doing to make sure that when they're out of the system, they don't have to wait 4 years, or they don't have to, get their pensions sometimes, don't get it the other times. That's actually a very solid point. 99.3. Hello. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, ma'am?
Good afternoon. Noye.
Noye, welcome.
Okay. Yes, and Akeredolu and El-Rufai. El-Rufai has a very strong premise on which he's standing to say whatever. What is that, if you ask me? In the south here, look at the meeting they had in Enugu a few days back. How many of the eastern governors attended? Apart from the Enugu governor, who was the host. They are all dragging feet over the implementation and signing of this anti-grazing law. It is bad. He has seen it. El-Rufai has seen it, and that's why he's saying it's not possible. And it will not be possible because these people are in the pockets of these Fulanis. They are semi-Fulanis, if you ask me. Yes, those in the north, many of them now are feeling it very, very hard. Yet, nothing is done about that. Cow everywhere. Cow all of a sudden. It has become business for federal government. Yet, you cannot, my dear, you cannot go to market and afford to buy meat enough for soup per time. It's a private business for kingdom's sake. As for the pension, that is why you see the police go out of their way, and other uniformed men, they go out of their way to make money because they know at the end they stand to get nothing. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Nonya. Thank you so much for calling us. I mean, you of course cannot prove that these governors or these leaders are in the pockets of any Fulanese. That was an out-of-pocket statement, and I apologize on her behalf. 99.3, hello.
Hello, Sandra.
Thank you for calling. What's your name?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
The truth remains. See, the Northerners.
Please turn your radio off.
Okay, I'm out of that text. Hello? Is it okay now?
Yes, this
Hello?
is better. Yes, this is better.
Okay.
Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
The truth remains. The Northerners know what they are doing. It's we in the South that don't know what we are doing. For crying out loud, my sister. Even the blind man could feel the effect. Hello?
I'm here. I'm listening.
Even the blind man can feel the effect of all these headers and what their cattle is doing. Look at the caller that I felt for the man, even though I don't know him.
Yeah.
The wife went to the farm to harvest, and lo and behold, there was nothing to harvest.
Yeah.
They've destroyed without any consequence. It's painful. It's heartbreaking. And for the pensioners, the other callers say, what did they put in place? What are they supposed to put in place? These people that are here, that is why everybody is the life of the pensioners that is a reflection. So those people here now, so they want to grab their own because it was this pensioner, they served faithfully. I'm a victim. My husband is a victim. They retired, no show. Thank God for children. Now, they serve faithfully. They don't take bribe. Even when the opportunity comes, they refuse it. They serve faithfully. And then now there is nothing. Then these people in now, they are looking at their lives. So they want to grab. So that's how corruption will continue. And nobody can stop it. Yes, they want to grab, they want to secure their future while in the service so that they will not live like the pensioners that is living like this now. Sandra, for crying out loud, 3,000, can you cook a pot of soup of Nigeria today?
Great question. Thank you so much for calling us, though. We appreciate it. All right, that's where we wrap it up for the big three today. Tomorrow we'll bring you international stories because it's Friday, and on Fridays we bring international stories your way. But up next is the news at 4:00, business news that is. After the business news, Onyi Sunday will be here to bring you inspirational stories because while I know they finish, trouble be like a bicycle, Abby. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. Don't go away.
You can have your number one radio with you wherever you go.
Wow, really?
Download our mobile app, search Nigeria Info FM on Google Play and Apple App Store. Your number one station for talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.